Michael doesn't think of Rascal as a coping mechanism. He would never use that language. Rascal is just, well, Rascal. His dog, his shadow, the steady presence that's been there longer than most things in Michael's life. But the body knows things long before the mind does. When Michael opens the door after work, Rascal is already there, tail thumping, eyes soft, whole body leaning forward like a welcome home that doesn't ask questions. And something in Michael drops. Not consciously, not intentionally. His shoulders lower a fraction of an inch. His breath deepens without permission. His jaw unclenches before he realizes it was tight. Michael always thought it was affection, but it's regulation. Michael sits on the floor most evenings, back against the couch, Rascal's weight pressed into his side. Sometimes they just sit there. No phone, no television, no words. If someone asked Michael what he was doing, he'd probably shrug and say just decompressing. But here's what's actually happening. Michael's nervous system, run hard all day, braced against pressure, expectation, and silent self-doubt, is finally being told, "You're safe right now." Rascal doesn't rush to him, doesn't need him to explain, doesn't ask what's next. Rascal breathes, slowly, steadily, and Michael's body follows. This is how coping actually works, not through strategies, but through connection. Michael never learned how to calm himself. He learned how to endure. So his system found another way. It borrowed calm. The weight of Rascal's body grounds him. The rhythm of Rascal's breathing entrains his own. The simplicity of being needed but not demanded creates a rare internal quiet. Michael doesn't realize it, but this is the safest his nervous system feels all day. That moment on the floor, that's not laziness, that's not avoidance, that's survival wisdom. Because when the world feels too loud, the body looks for somewhere, someone to rest against. And yet, there's a tenderness here too. Because Rascal is aging, Michael notices it in the slower steps, the longer naps, the way Rascal watches him now instead of following everywhere. And sometimes when Rascal sighs deeply and rests his head on Michael's thigh, fear flickers. What happens when this goes away? Michael doesn't finish that thought. He just presses his hand into Rascal's fur and stays. This episode isn't about dependency, it's about truth, about how many of us are already regulating through pets, relationships, routines, without ever realizing that our nervous systems are starving for safety. Michael didn't fail to cope, he adapted, and so have you.